Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, welcome everybody in this class or virtual classroom. Welcome. So the class is for first, secondary stage. Subject is our interesting subject is English language. Semester is the second one. Lesson revision. Revision for 4c, 4d, 4e, and 4r in Traveler 2. So here we have some revision for previous lesson in module number 4. Prepared by Amina Madkhali and presented by me, Osama Al-Awaji. Welcome, and here we go. Here we have behavioral objectives of the lesson. Here we have some goals. Inshallah, we will cover all these goals at the end of our lesson today. In this lesson, you will revise, practice making and decoding short notes, practice expressions with make and do, practice future will have to and will be able to. Also, we will, inshallah, practice to and enough. How can we use to and enough? Practice relative clauses like who, which, that, where. And we also read about pigeon post. And the last thing, practice computer-related vocabulary. So, inshallah, we will cover all these in our lesson today. Here we go. Here in 4c, a quick note. Rewrite, we have here, okay, a quick note. Okay, you have to rewrite again the notes and messages by expanding them into full sentences. You have to make it incorrect in full sentence. Welcome, Abdullah Haider. Okay, so let's get started here for this message, and we will write it in what? In full form and by expanding them into full form or full sentences. As you see, it was great seeing, okay, you tonight. Thanks for present. Okay, this is the short form. Here we have in full sentence, it was great seeing you tonight. Thanks for the present. You see the difference between them? Here also we have am, okay, out for lunch. I'll be back in 15 minutes. So here we have as the notes, as a point, here we have a full sentence. Very nice. Also here, change the message below into short note. Here we have full sentences. Okay, we will make it as short by writing this one. Dear Sammy, we short it to Sammy. There is no need for dear. I have gone to the city center to buy present. Khalid called you and he wants you to call him back as soon as possible, Omar. Here we have Sammy gone to the city center to buy present. Khalid call him. ASAP is abbreviation and short form for as soon as possible. As soon as possible, and the last thing is Omar. So this is what the short note from this full note. Also here, look at the picture and read sentences. Write sentences using to or enough and words given. Here we have to use to or enough for these sentences. Peter can't drive. He can't. Or Peter can't drive his car in that street, and you have to use narrow. So it's too narrow. We use here too. Here, the secretary can't make photocopies paper. There isn't enough paper. And the number 5 here, or number 3, Jack can't carry the books. It's too heavy. So in first one we use what? Too narrow. And number 2 we use isn't enough paper. And in number 3 we use it's too heavy. Very nice. Here we have in number 4c a quick note. Read the text and answer the questions. Here we have a text about something. So inshallah we will read this one, and after that we will answer some question about that. The title of the passage is here, the pigeon post. The pigeon post. Okay, nowadays we have the internet and the telephone, so we are able to communicate with people instantly, no matter how far away they are. But isn't always this easy. In the past, people had other ways of getting their messages across. For example, some use people known as messengers, while others use animals. One of the most common ways was to use carrier pigeons. Many people don't know it, but carrier pigeons were the first airmail system in the world. You can write a message on a piece of paper, put it in a small tube, and attach it to the pigeon's leg. The pigeons can take the message anywhere and then fly back with a reply. They can fly great distance without getting tired. Also, they can travel day and night and always find their way back home. The Arab started using pigeon messenger about 1,000 years ago. Through the medieval times, as the Arabs were extremely skilled at training pigeons, the bird traveled amazing distance to carry messages from Middle East to North Africa. The ancient Egyptians used this kind of communication over 3,000 years ago to deliver important news. Later on, the Greeks used the bird to carry news of the Olympic Games, such as game of winning athletes, to different parts of the country. The Romans and many others sent military information using pigeons. In modern time, people use carrier pigeons for various reasons too. During the Franco-Prussian War in 1870 and 1871, when Paris was under attack, carrier pigeons helped to send messages to and from the city. During the First World War and the Second World War, some pigeons even got medals because they saved lives. And then in the 20th century, they used carrier pigeons in some places in India to send messages with the news of natural disasters. Here we have some question about the previous passages. Read the text and answer the question. The first question is, how did people send messages in the past? They used people or animals. Number 2, what part of carrier pigeon's body carries the message? Their leg. Definitely. Number 3, who were the first people to use carrier pigeons? The ancient Egyptian and here Pigeons. Number 4, why did people use carrier pigeons in ancient Greece? The answer is to carry news of Olympic Games to different parts of the country. Number 5, in which city they use carrier pigeons during the Franco-Prussian War in Paris. Number 6. When did they wear carrier pigeons for their work during the First World War and the Second World War? Also in 4D, what an idea. Here we have a passage. Also, we should complete this passage by choosing the words from this side. This is the answer. When I started university, I wasn't always able to go to the library to do my research. So I decided to buy a laptop because it would be very useful. So we take the word useful for me. The laptop I bought came with free headphone and also got a wireless internet connection. The day I bought it, my friend Dan came to my house and installed the latest antivirus program. I wanted my laptop to be safe. We also downloaded some programs he suggested. The next morning I was ready for action. I turned on the laptop and I was really excited until I had to enter my password. I couldn't remember it. So we took this word and fill in all these spaces. Also here we have from number 1 until number 7, you have to choose A, B, or C, which, who, where, and it depends on the sentence. We start here with the first paragraph. My husband owns a shop, okay, which has all kinds of appliances. The people in number 2 that go there usually buy presents for their friends and family because everything is unusual and funny. I got a Hoover which looks like an elephant for my mother and she loves it. I'm pretty sure that my husband's shop is a place where everyone can find the perfect or present for someone who has a good sense of humor. There is even a coffee maker which screams, "Wake up! The coffee is ready. I'm thinking of getting it for my husband." Because he's the kind of person that cannot wake up early in the morning. Here a number or the lesson for D, what an idea. Match the two halves of the sentences, then join them with who, which, that, or where to make sentences. If the relative pronoun can be omitted, put it in brackets. Okay, here we have here 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is book goes directly with D. And a digital photo frame is a picture frame. Go with G here. Tour guide is a person with B. Campsite is a place, A. Number 5, a flight attendant is the person, sorry. Number 6, go directly number 5 with F. Scuba diving is a sport, go with E. People do underwater, this one. And here college is a place, and number 7, go goes directly with H, student, study after they have finished school. An honest man is a person, and H goes directly with always tell the truth. Okay, now also we use what, where, and which, and who, that depends on the sentence. Here, number one, where people stay. This is number one. Two, who that shows tourists around places such as museums. Who that always tells the truth. Which that I read last night. Which that people do, underline which and that. You can use both. Who that takes care of the passenger on the plane. Okay. And which that shows photo without using a computer. Where students study after they or have finished school. Also here we have a passage. Complete the blanks with one word, just one word. Here, in my opinion, the internet is very important for many reasons. First of all, people are able to communicate with their friends and family all around the world. What is more, people can look for and download information whenever they want to. In addition, they can make cheap online phone calls. Finally, or lastly, people can work from home because they are able to send their work through emails or email. Here also, we have a passage about a navigator. Circle the correct words. We have some words you have to select or circle. The topic is about navigator, the system of navigator. Okay, one of our most popular products is the navigator. This small handy gadget will help you drive around the city without being bothered about getting lost. It's very useful for new drivers, but also for anyone who wants to know their way around the city. It can even predict how long it will take you to reach your destination. So, visit any of our shops and get the navigator for only €100. We care enough to make it an image you can avoid it. Buy it now and save. Okay. And pay, yes, here, €15. Keep the bill and enjoy free service in the future. Here in roundup, complete the sentence with who, which, that, where. If they can be omitted, put them in brackets. Okay, here we start with number one. This is the house where, because here we have a place, so we use what, where Omar grew up. What do you think of it? Number two, have a look at the pictures, which or that my grandmother gave me. They are 100 years old. Number three, let's meet at the fast food restaurant, which that is near the underground station. Number four, I have two sister. Amina is the one is who that studying history. Number five, can you show me the office building where your brother works? I want to go and see him. Goulash is a kind of soup which that they ate in Hungary. And the last one is the writer who that we met in London when an award last week. Here circle the correct words. Ellen and Angie. So these are the correct answers. So will you come shopping with me on Monday as soon as you get home from work? Angie, sorry, I won't able to. Amanda is coming round, but I'll come with you another day. How about Tuesday? Ellen, okay, our shopping will have to wait till then at around 4 p.m. Angie, yes, and I promise I won't be late. Here it's a short form for I will not be able. Okay, number 2, Jake and Fred. These are the answers here. Jake will do when he finished his Spanish course. Fred, I think he will go to Spain for a while. Jake, that's a good idea. He will be able to practice the language. Fred, yes, he won't or he will not have anyone to help him, so he will have to speak Spanish. Also here, complete the dialogue, right sentence using to and enough here. And number 1, there isn't enough milk, so I'll buy some milk later. Here in number 2, I'll turn on the air condition. Here we use it's too hot in here. Don't worry, I will lend you some money. So we use I don't have enough money. I'll bring you some sugar. This coffee is too bitter. So the answer is I'll bring you some sugar. This vase isn't big enough. You should buy a bigger vase then. The last one, these jeans are too small. Try on those jeans. I think they are a bigger size. So my student, this is the end of our lesson today as a revision for 4c, 4d, 4e, and 4i in round up 4 and traveler 2. We were talking about practice making and decoding short notes, practice expressions with make and do, practice future will have to and will be able to, practice to and enough, practice relative clauses which are who, which, that, where, and the last one, read about the pigeon posts. These are the references for our lesson today in Traveler 2 Student's Book, Traveler 2 Workbook, Traveler 2 Teacher's Guide, and Google Clip Arts for pictures.